Hey, what's up, Bravo Wireless? Hope everyone's having a great day. Hey, I'm going to make this video and then I'm also going to post. So we've been looking at the new commission structure for the last couple weeks, and we're really digging most of it here. I am working still with Elevate. I got to get through tomorrow and see why the Xfinity, BYOD, and the used phones are not going to the phone tiers, but the system is tracking them properly, so they're there. Once I get the KPI to register properly, it'll just add them back in and everyone will be golden. So I'll get that taken care of hopefully within the next day or two, and I'll let everyone know. With the commission structure, we're digging everything. Everything's looking good. We're hoping you guys are excited about the new potential to make a lot more money. And then with our weekly bonuses. One thing we have noticed, though, is that we are losing money, quite a bit of money, on the weekly bonus for those people that are only selling 1, 3, 4, 5 phones, and they're hitting a $25 or $50 payout. We're actually losing anywhere from 60 to 120 bucks when you look at per week right now. When you look at they're only selling 1 to 4 or 5 phones plus their hourly pay. So we have to change that, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. One thing about Bravo Wireless that we've always tried to do is anytime we've made any kind of changes that might impact you in a negative way, we always try to impact in a positive way to reward those people who push themselves to do better. Now, that's one thing I wanna talk about before I talk about the change that we're meant to make. A lot of people just get good enough to pass commission, good enough to sell a decent amount of phones, but then you quit. Why can't you study the phones more? Why can't you study sales ability more? Go and Google stuff. Look up on the internet about sales. Look up about closing techniques, how to influence and win people over, things to say. One thing in our manager meeting we covered was the word action. None of this matters, and nothing we cover ever matters without action. Politicians are often razzed about, they talk a good game, but when they get in office, there's no action behind their words. We personally have had many people here at Bravo Wireless, unfortunately, and some we've partnered with recently, that, man, if they matched their words, they would be killing it. Matter of fact, they'd be running the company, in my opinion, but they didn't. They were writing checks that their body couldn't cash. They weren't. Their action did not meet their words, and they got worse. And that's a problem. If you're going to say something, do it, and do it well. Don't get just good enough. That's hard to say. Get better. Keep, in that manager meeting, we said that, we love you the way you are, but we're not going to leave you there. We're going to push you to get better. In an effort to do that and to look at store health, and we're talking store health is, when you look at all of it as a whole, we're talking about phones, right? We got to sell phones. We got APO, we got retention, we have conversion, and we have Boost Shield percentage. And get with your team on what those mean and how to influence those, and hopefully your managers, when they came back from that manager meeting, are working with you on it as they should be. And they should be talking to you every morning in their daily huddle about your goal. Where are you at for the week? You should be pushing your team managers and also you're pushing yourselves, as well as the associates pushing themselves to do well. But when we look at everything, it really boils down to phones. If we just sell a bunch of APO and Boost Shield or whatnot, we're not going to make enough money. And really that only is affected by how many phones we sell. So here's the thing we're going to do, and I'm also going to type this out for you, and then I'm going to redo the actual commission structure so everyone can get a new one and sign it. But what we're going to do is we're still going to have the $25 payout for your APO at $25 or more, and we're still going to have a $25 APO or payout for Boost Shield percentage of 40% or higher. What we're going to do is we're going to add a third category, and that's going to be phone goal. Anybody that hits their phone goal, which is based on your hours, if you're a manager, it's 20. For all those other people, it would depend on how many hours. If you're less than 30 hours, it's 12 boxes. 30 to 35 hours is 15. 36 to 41 is 17, and then 42 plus is 20. This will also help with keeping hours down, so that way if you don't want to go into a next category, you got to watch your hours and help us out, managers as well. But we're going to put on there that if you reach your phone goal, you'll get an additional 25. So there's $75 on the table. Now, the caveat is this. This is the side of it that is the change, okay? If you don't hit at least 50% of your weekly goal, okay, rounded down to the nearest number, not up, but rounded down. So if your goal is 17, technically that is 8.5, but it's 8. If you don't hit half of your goal, then you do not qualify for a weekly bonus. So how does that work? So those individuals who say we're scheduled for 12 and only sold 5 phones instead of 6, you would not qualify for a weekly bonus. Same thing at 20. If you're at 20, you need to sell at least 10 phones in order to qualify for your individual bonus, right? I hope everyone understands why we're doing this. It's too costly to the company. We actually lost money last week. With the sales volume that we had, we lost money. We really, really, really need to push this to 300 phones a week minimum, okay? With 14 stores, that is not hard. That's like 24 phones a store or something. That's not difficult. And we have some that are selling 30, 40, and 50 at times. We really should be able to hit this mark, and I need you guys to push for that. I know that right now, like last week, we needed 435 phones to break even on everyone's goal. I know eventually we're going to start hitting that or getting closer. We have 6 brand new stores. I think Coliseum's coming up in June on a year being open, but most of the stores are just open a few months, 6 months or less. So as we progress and ramp up even more, these goals will be met and this will get easier. But we have to have something on there. It only makes sense. Our biggest profitability that we make here is on selling of phones. We have to make sure that we're selling the phones. So again, I hope you understand this. If you have any questions or you don't like it, sorry, I got all my notes here, please reach out to me. I'll be glad to tell you why we're doing it, and we're still, I think we got kind of we took a little bit here, but also we gave you even more chance to make more money for those people that are going to push themselves to hit goal, and for those people that consistently hit goal, own the mile, get on social media, talk to their family and friends consistently, and are selling. I appreciate that very much. I know Josh Bravo appreciates that. As a company, we appreciate that. So for you other guys, man, don't be good enough. Get great. Study and learn. How much free time do you have during the day? Why would you not study about closing techniques, how to influence people, how to manipulate in a positive way, to talk to people the right way with your words to get them to understand the value in, say, a Boost Shield, or the phone, or a Boost Up, or, upgrading to a new phone, or adding a line today. Practice that stuff with your team. Those daily huddle managers, when you're doing those, that's what that daily huddle's for. Don't just fill that form out just so you can have it and get by, or it's going to be on the new checklist. Don't do that. Do it functionally. Go through and prepare. Then, hey, you know what? You're 4 away from your halfway goal, and you're 8 away from your weekly goal. Go through that every day with your people and come up with a strategy and a plan, so that way we're all winning here. That's the whole idea. We want to pay you a lot more money, but we have to do it the right way, which is to sell the phones, to hit our goals, right? To hit all our metrics. So let's get it done, team. If you have any questions, reach out to me and give me a call. Thank you so much.